In the year 15 CE, the Roman Empire is thriving, with much of its success attributed to Emperor Tiberius. Yet, behind the scenes, the empire's strength is bolstered by the dedication and loyalty of its soldiers, one of whom is Servius Felix. 8 years prior, Servius joined the Roman legions at the age of 18, leaving behind a life of poverty on his father's farm. Unlike many of his fellow soldiers who are prone to gambling, Servius has been careful with his finances, managing to save the majority of his earnings. Remarkably, he has also preserved his viaticum, the 3 gold coins given to him upon enlistment, a symbol of his commitment and hope for the future. Should he survive until retirement, Servius is promised several acres of land, a reward that fuels his dreams of a different life. He harbours affection for a woman in his hometown, envisioning marriage once his service of 25 years is concluded. However, the path of a legionary is fraught with peril and hardship. On this particular day, Servius's legion, in collaboration with 3 others, embarks on a great march, covering 30,000 Roman paces, nearly 22 miles or approximately 36 kilometres. This endeavour tests the endurance and spirit of the soldiers, including Servius, who is fully equipped for battle. His armour and weaponry, consisting of the short sword known as a gladius, a large rectangular shield called a scutum, and 2 heavy javelins known as pila, are the tools of his trade and survival. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as this is a small channel, and your engagement helps us to create more content for you. Carrying equipment that weighs over 20 kilograms, not to mention his backpack or sarcina, which contains his food, and all the necessary tools for camp construction, a spade, saw, pickaxe, and basket, Servius is profoundly exhausted. Yet, he won't get much rest tonight. He's been assigned to the first watch, tasked with guarding the baggage animals and staying vigilant for potential ambushes. Even after his duty ends, he lies awake, filled with dread for the coming day that threatens to revive his darkest fears. As dawn breaks, Servius shares breakfast with his 7 tent mates. They've become like a family, each marked by the scars of battles they've endured together. While Servius is native to Italia, his comrades come from various corners of the empire, from Syria to Spain, making them all strangers in the northern lands of Germania. Today, Servius's legion, along with 3 others, is under the command of Emperor Tiberius's nephew, Germanicus, named in honour of his father's victories over the Germanic tribes. Each legion, comprising close to 5,000 men, is organised into cohorts of approximately 500 soldiers, which are further divided into centuries, consisting of 80 to 100 men each. The leadership of each century falls to a centurion, while an aquilifer or eagle-bearer leads each legion, proudly carrying the eagle standard at the forefront. Centurions march alongside the legionaries, issuing commands rhythmically, dex, sin, translating to right, left, emphasizing the start on the right foot, as the left is traditionally considered unlucky or sinister. The atmosphere is charged with discipline, yet underlined by palpable tension. The previous year witnessed revolts among some legions stationed in the region, with demands for better wages and a reduction in service length. It was only through the general's persuasive charisma and adept negotiation that a full-scale mutiny was averted. Today's march is deemed a just march, covering a distance of only 30 kilometres. The legionnaires find themselves beyond the confines of the empire's road system, facing the marshes and forests of Germania. This terrain necessitates the construction of causeways and bridges for progress, tasks that have recently occupied more of their time than actual combat. Arriving at their destination, Servius is confronted with a hauntingly familiar scene. On the edge of the Teutoburg Forest lies a clearing that witnessed one of the Roman Empire's most catastrophic defeats 6 years earlier, during Emperor Augustus's reign. It was here that Germanic tribes, led by their chieftain Arminius, executed a devastating ambush on 3 Roman legions. The Romans, advancing along a narrow path under torrential rain, found themselves suddenly attacked from the shelter of the forest, their retreat effectively cut off. This calamity stands as one of Rome's most severe losses, a blight on Augustus's legacy that he never overcame. Among the handful of survivors was Servius, whose memories of the event are fraught with visions of his fallen comrades. Today, the Roman army has returned to this site not for battle, but to grant the fallen their due military honours in burial. As Servius partakes in this solemn duty, He is overwhelmed by the possibility that the remains he reverently handles could be those of someone he once knew. The urge to give in to his grief is strong, yet he perseveres, motivated by a duty that transcends personal sorrow. For Servius, the aspirations of imperial glory hold little allure. His sole desire is to live out his days peacefully on a modest farm with the woman he loves, hoping the gods grant him another 17 years to fulfill this dream. Now go watch our other videos on the day, in a life of a Roman teenager.